All right, Broncos country. It's Fights Tuesday at Broncos camp today. Bleav in Broncos, presented by FanDuel, as always. Mike Carmellini, David Marshall. David, there was more happening at practice today than we've seen from the team, but it was well, let me ask you first. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great. Still a lot of great stuff to talk about, a lot of positive news, and as you're alluding to, man, some funny news. That's how I take it, man. We had like a 20-person brawl breakout at practice today, and I think it was kind of instigated with one of the big instigators on the team. I'm not surprised.
So word is it was a very contested day. It was a very chippy day at practice. The offense clearly won the red zone period, scoring a couple touchdowns, and then the defense fought back and made them go 4 and out in 2-minute drill to end the practice. In between those two, though, we had Torian York knocking Jolie around. We had bench clearing Brawls. I kind of like it. David.
Yeah, I mean, without the joint practices, what are you going to do, right? So, but maybe don't hit our quarterback coming off of a broken ankle.
Maybe not that.
That's going to get you beat up or with your hands laid on you. So let's get into the details.
That's where you draw the line. That's where you draw the line. Don't hit my quarterback. Yeah. Speaking of that, there was a play on the field, and apparently, now I don't remember the play now that I'm sitting here, but I can tell you, at some point, Bo Nix runs into the pile and pulls out Nik Bonitto by his leg, and that starts a whole nother brawl. 2 of your team leaders, by the way, going at it.
Well,
that's a little interesting. It tells you something about Bo Nix, though.
Well, you're forgetting there was, I think it was a play or two before that, Bonitto on a play hit Bo Nix.
I thought it was Roach. It was probably Roach and Bonitto pushing the linebacker. We probably read it 2 different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, the guys are scuffling, and then Bo Nix want to get back at Nik Bonitto, kind of pulls his leg out the pile. Bonitto's had a little bit of a lower leg injury. What are we doing? We can't be hurting each other, guys. Sounds like we need week 1 to get here already.
I'm telling you. Speaking of Bonitto, I'm just going to do this right now. FanDuel's got Bonitto at plus 1,400. He's the 4th. Best favorite for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. I would suggest that he not go at Bo Nix too much if he wants to reach that. That's scary.
How about
both of those
PS2
guys
at plus 5,000? I like that one a lot better.
No, they need to put that one. We need to get that one on the graphic.
Yeah,
because that's insulting. Yeah, so kind of a crazy day at practice. Defense, offense, again, pretty evenly matched. Kodiak was at practice. Several people were at practice today that we know. One interesting, point that Kodiak made, he said that he went into those practices, watching practice, expecting, the offense to look a little better and the defense to regress, because that's not only is it normal for an elite-ish defense to fall back to the mean, loss of JFM, maybe some others. He said that's not the case. He thinks the offense is much better, and he thinks the defense is also better, and that this is a really, really good team. And that's from somebody expecting to see worse. So no bias there, I guess, confirmation bias there.
Well, it's good to hear, man, because it seemed like last year the offense just struggled all throughout training camp, and you saw that even with the first team offense failing to score like in the preseason. Like it was kind of insane as time went on. And so I think you want to see a little bit of a back and forth. In past years, prior to Bo Nix, the defense has just roughed up these offenses every single practice. So it's kind of nice to hear that the offensive side of the ball has some charisma, some swagger, that, hey, they're willing to not only fight back with their play, but also sometimes like literally fight back. I feel like hopefully they can carry their weight this year through the first 3 quarters. And Jalen Waddle getting back to practice, I think that helps. Wattenberg, Forsyth, I think they were dressed and maybe did some stuff on the sideline, but we had Throckmorton getting some looks, but he left practice. So
bloodied from the fight.
Yeah. So we got Letizius, I forget his name, that we signed, and then we got Gavin Ortega. So our 4th, 5th string offensive or centers. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, we might need to start looking at some more depth there.
I think Wattenberg took snaps today, so that was a good.
Okay, good.
Or snapped the ball today, so that was good to hear. And I expect he and Forsyth will both be ready for the season. They're going to want to stash somebody on the practice squad, David, for sure. I agree with you there. And I mean, let's get into it. We did the offense yesterday. If you didn't see that, go back and watch last episode. We did the 53 initial 53 in yesterday's episode. Today we'll do the defensive side. We'll knock out special teams real quick. Your punter's Crawshaw, your kicker's Lutz, and your long snapper is Fraboni. That's not changing. But David, here's where there might be some changes. Let's get started and let's start at edge. Last year the Broncos kept 5. Same thing this year, do you see, or you got to change on your 53 with the whole Cooper thing? That's where it gets muddy.
I do have kind of a change, and I wanted to remind myself as well, Mike. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we had 24 of the players on offense, right? That's what we covered yesterday. 24.
Yes, 24 on offense. You got 26 on defense.
Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So right now, Mike, I got 6 edges, especially with who knows what happens with Jonathan Cooper. We saw that was a James Pierce from the Falcons got an 8-game suspension, so that could hit for the Broncos, something similar for Jonathan Cooper, in which, you want to make sure you got depth there. So there's been a lot of debate. Johnny Walker has shined in practice, but we need to see it on the field. That man didn't do much against the Falcons. You know who did do something? Drew Sanders with a really nice sack, man. Speed to power, keeping the feet moving. And so I got Drew Sanders, Mike, making this team right now as the 6th edge.
And so you're going to keep 6, and you're going to have to lose a defensive lineman or a safety, apparently. I don't know where you're going to make that.
We'll get to it, but
so you have Bonito,
keeping 5 safeties.
So you have Bonito, Ellis, Q Robinson, Tillman, Cooper, and Drew Sanders.
Yes.
I had to use my fingers, just for the record. I will admit that I used my fingers to keep up. Okay, well, that makes the rest of this very interesting. I don't have Drew Sanders making the 53 if Cooper's on it. I have him making it if Cooper's not. Just for the record, so that, in about, 2 weeks, we get to go back and make fun of each other for who's right and who's wrong. Inside linebacker is another interesting one, David. Singleton, Sternad, obviously right now at 1 and 2. Although Murdoch's getting some looks and some compliments from Vance Joseph today, of course, saying he's, smart enough. He knows the defense well enough already to call the defense. So that's looking good there. So I guess where do you have how many linebackers do you have us keeping? Is it still 4? Have to be 4 now still.
Yeah. I think they're going to keep 4, but there could be a case for 5. And you might say, why? Well, we're facing a lot of NFC West teams who go very heavy with 2 tight end personnel. And that's just kind of where the league, it's a copycat league with the Rams and the Seahawks, Niners. And so I think we will see more 2 tight end sets throughout our schedule. And so maybe then you're thinking, okay, maybe we should keep 5 inside linebackers. I would rather keep a 6th edge in that regard. And you commented on it with Red Murdoch already. I mean, he's already knowing the defense. The fact that he got the green dot on Friday and not Torian York, I think, says something significant. And Corene Reed played really well, man. He was what impressed me the most about him was his play and pass coverage. And it wasn't just the pass breakup that led to the Jahdae Barron interception. Like, he showed good skills in man coverage against running backs, in zone, dropping back into zone, covering crossers with, facing wide receivers, and sticking man for man on tight ends. So there was a lot to really like from him, showing that he can be a 3-down guy. So those would be my 4 linebackers, Mike, would be Singleton, Sternad, Reed, and Murdoch.
Yeah, I have it the same. I've got York, trying to put him on the practice squad as we sit here today. I think that's Corene Reed's just looked too good for all the reasons you mentioned, and it wasn't just the game. He's been looking good in practice. So I'm totally with you there. Defensive line, we kept 7 last year. I'm just looking for a change. I'm trying to guess what you're going to do here. I think I'm going to nail this one. All right, give it to me. Give us our D line on the 53.
Okay, our D line is Zach Allen, DJ Jones, Malcolm Roach, Yomo Wazarike, Savion Jones, Tyler Onyedem, and Jordan Jackson.
Jordan Jackson. I got exactly the same as you. I like that. I think that's the way it plays out, and I don't see any reason to change. They kept 7 last year. You've got them down to 7. We have the same ones. Feel pretty good about that. And honestly, David, I feel pretty good about this defensive line in general. From what I've seen and heard, these guys, dare I say, may not, miss a beat without JFM. Roach playing really strong. Awazarike coming on really strong, unblockable. Yeah, it's. I feel better about that. Onyedem, I'd like to see a little more out of him against Green Bay coming into town. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see a little bit more of him. I think so far you guys out there, if you have any comments, please leave them. Please smash the like button if you're watching. Show's growing like crazy, and it's because of you guys. The like button does wonders for us, and we appreciate it. So thanks a lot for that. Safety position, we might have something to talk about here. We kept 5 last year, Dave. How many are we keeping now?
4 right now, but with a caveat.
Because of the 6 edge.
Yeah. So
okay.
if we sign Taylor Rapp, I think it's a wrap for Drew Sanders. So right now, though, he's not signed to the Broncos. And I thought JL Skinner played pretty well on Friday. Him and Devin Key, I think, are the clear backup safeties. Wasn't impressed with Tyson Anderson. We talked about him. Miles Scott, I think that he's a clear practice squad guy on this team. And I think right now you go with those 4 guys.
So you're going to keep Skinner. You're going to keep Skinner. Of course, Hufanga and Jones will be the starting safeties. And then Key and Skinner will back them up, and you're going to scoot Scott to the practice squad. I've said it for a while. Anderson doesn't make the team. In this scenario, he doesn't. I don't know how strongly I feel about this, David, but I kind of feel like Skinner might be out and Scott might be in on the 53. But you're probably right. I think Scott is someone that can probably be stashed on the practice squad with no issues. So
whoa. Let's pause here. Were you not impressed with do we differ on Skinner's performance on Friday? I'm curious what you thought of him.
I thought he played fine, but I'm just going off. Is this year 3 for Skinner?
Year 4 for Skinner.
For Skinner. Okay. So year 4 on a guy who had a couple moments versus Miles Scott and locking him up. It's the box again. The box, open the box. It could be anything. That's what Miles Scott is. He could even be Skinner. So I guess what I'm saying is he's the new toy, and maybe it's emotions, but Skinner just is probably fine, but I don't know. I'm not saying that Scott has done anything to deserve it other than being a draft pick. How about that?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I've been a Skinner truther since he was drafted here, and it's
You
better
look a
late
little
than never.
misty.
It's
Yeah,
better
your
late
eyes
than
look
never.
a little. You, Drew Sanders, and Skinner, and you having cafe lattes downtown is your dream. All the potential in the world, just waiting for it to happen. I don't know. I'm fine either way. I'm not too worried about the fourth safety until I am, I guess. But
Yeah,
Skinner, if he's going into his fourth, he would be subject to waivers. So they'll probably do what you say.
I'm telling you, year 4 breakout like Justin Sternad had. How about that from JL
And
Skinner?
how's you happy with Sternad at inside linebacker?
He's fine.
Okay, it's fine. That's what we're shooting
fine.
for. In the
Yeah.
Super Bowl window, we're just shooting for fine.
Whoa, hey, whoa! I would love us to sign Bobby Wagner, but if we're talking
just
about
say
the rest
that
of the
then.
guys,
Just put
yeah.
him on the 53. What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, this isn't a very David 53 if you haven't signed some free agent
That's what I'm talking about.
and put him on the 50.
Najee Harris already got picked up today. I was devastated.
Well, yeah, was it New York or Pittsburgh?
New
Who
York
picked him
Giants.
up? The Giants, yeah. Pittsburgh was last, then now Giants. See, he's so meaningless. Like, I don't. Where are you putting him? I know you wanted him. Where are you putting him? On the practice squad?
Who?
Najee Harris.
Well, he would have been on the active 53, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, so sorry, Nate Atkins or Dallin Bentley, whatever.
All right, no, that's fair. What does it say? You guys in the chat are great, but Cornbread says he hasn't seen anything yet from Miles Scott, and that is true.
Yes.
So, like I said, I think I'm just putting him on there for the. I like the prospect, and I don't want to lose him out on the free market, but that's probably not going to happen. I think they'll let him go, and like you said, and he'll make it through waivers just fine. Cornerback should be an easy one for you, Dave. Kept 5 last year. We'll keep 5 this year for sure. PS2, of course, and Moss. What J-Mac, Barron, KAD.
Yeah, the same
I
5.
mean, it's tough. It's going to be a tough defense to break. That's a good group.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Vance Joseph was saying today about Barron? He likes him playing nickel, likes him playing dime, likes him playing on the outside. It's important to the team that he plays all these positions, and they want to get him on the field more and all that. I mean, what do you say to that?
Well, we better get him on the field more if he's going to be making plays like he made on Friday. Again, I hope that, and especially with maybe being a little thin at safety, you can bring him into some of those, formerly, 3 safety looks that we played a lot last year, So I think Vance Joseph can get creative with him. So I at least like to hear him talking about that.
I wouldn't mind them taking Singleton off the field and putting Jahdae Barron on the field on those 2 tight end set passing downs and stuff like that. Why not? I mean, he's got size. He can play. We've seen his speed now. It's time. It's time for him to break out. Get him on the field more. And like you said, Sternad, he'll be okay out there. Singleton's actually not terrible. It's just his coverage stuff drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, he's more of a 2-down kind of guy, ideally.
You think Murdoch has a shot at cracking the lineup this year?
What do you mean the lineup? Like the starting lineup?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
No.
VJ's not gonna go for that. Not gonna bench Sternad. He would have to be hurt or just completely do something stupid.
No way. Yeah.
I like that I could get that look on your face on this show because I haven't done that to you in a while. I like to be a little, I like to poke the bear, see what you think. All right. So some small disagreements today. I think you're smart to keep Cooper on there and we'll see. But I think the reality of it is they will keep 5 and not 6. Either Cooper will be suspended or he'll be on there. And I think Drew Sanders would only come into play if Cooper's gone. Then I could see them keeping Benito, Ellis, Robinson, Tillman, and Sanders. Other than that, I'm pretty much on board with you. The Skinner-Scott debate is, I'd probably defer to you on that one. But I do think Tyson Anderson is in trouble. So he's going to have to do something or he's going to be gone. But the numbers match up. We've got 26 over there either way. And that's a pretty good 53. Green Bay's coming up, David.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for pretty much what I was looking for in the last game, except with Bo Nix in there. First of all, I want to see Bo Nix go out there and play. I want to see them score, but I also want not him to sacrifice, I don't want to see him running a 20-yard QB keeper and lowering his shoulder. Let's be real here. Let's get him some quick throws and get him out of there. What else are you looking for against Green Bay coming up? And we'll preview the game later in the week, but just kind of your first thoughts.
Well, I want to see Cage Casey take a nice step. Again, I want to see good linebacker play out of all of our linebackers. Karene Reed, Red Murdoch, Torian York, those guys. And let's see if one of these running backs, if like Cody Schrader can make the case for like, hey, I should be that main guy elevated off the practice squad if needed. And on the end of the secondary, like I don't think any of these guys make the roster, but they're fighting for practice squad spots, which are important. Like Sean Fresh had a great pass breakup on Friday, but Brent Austin has been somebody that's impressed during camp. How's that whole thing going to shake out with those DBs? And then lastly, Joseph Manjack, baby.
Yeah.
Lead the team in receiving this week, and let's see how we talk about you after that. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And I was about to say that, so I'm glad you brought him up. Really looking forward to see if he can go back-to-back impressive games. And Cody Schrader too, man. Take that 4th running back position. Just do it. Like he looked the part. He looked better than everybody else, faster, more sure. His vision looked good. I mean, he looked like he belonged on the field out there. I like what I saw.
Yeah.
I'd be totally down for that. He's not a fumbler. So that's
not
yet, but Jaleel is, and you know how Sean Payton feels about fumblers. He's not a big fan.
No,
hey, thanks for everybody in the chat. You've got the 53 for us, David. Where can they find us out in the stratosphere?
Guys, go find Mike over at Mile High Monsters. He's got a ton of stuff coming up for you guys over there. Of course, you can follow me at David Talks Broncos. Going to be diving into some Karene Reed film here this evening. So y'all be sure to check that out. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to talk about practice, start to preview the game against the Packers, guys. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. But man, this is going to be a fun week where I think we'll see some guys truly start to separate themselves in some of these position battles.
Yeah. Yep. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Travis says, seen a thing earlier this week showing top 10 QBs and Bo is not on the list. Thoughts? Get used to it. He can be on the top 10 of just about everything except people's lists for some reason. I don't know why, but at least here we Bleav. We'll see you tomorrow.